sampah sembarangan. Udah tahu sampah biang masalah, buang sampah pada tempatnya lah.
Iya ya, kalau bukan kita siapa lagi? Ayo kita buat Jakarta jadi bersih.
Very good morning to each and every one of you. Yang terhormat Bapak Wakil Gubernur daerah Provinsi Kota, Bapak Basuki Purnama, dan jajaran pimpinan Bapeda, para penawar daerah dan kepala dinas pariwisata dan kebudayaan Provinsi DKI Jakarta. Selanjutnya Purnama. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, my dear colleagues from the Foreign Ministry and our participants of the Senior Diplomatic Training course. First of all, I would like to express our most heartfelt appreciation and sincere gratitude to the Honorable Vice Governor of Jakarta, Mr. Basuki Purnama, possible for the participants of the Senior Diplomatic Training course of the Foreign Ministry to conduct a working visit to the office of the Provincial Government of Jakarta Special Capital Region, and for the very warm welcome and hospitality extended to us. The working visit to this office is part of the program of activities and curriculum of the scholar staff that pimpinan Kementerian Luar Negeri Proses Padu in order to broaden the knowledge and understanding of the participants of Senior Diplomatic Training course on the progress and development in one of the most advanced provinces in Indonesia, as well as the potentials in the field of investment, trade, and tourism. It is also extremely interesting for us to learn how the provincial government managed this big city in all its problems for the benefit of the people of Jakarta. The Senior Diplomatic Training course, or we call it Sekolah Staff dan Pimpinan Luar Negeri, disingkat SESPADO, is open for senior diplomats who have been assigned at the Indonesian missions abroad, at our embassies, consular general, and permanent missions of the United Nations, who have been assigned to the Indonesian mission at least twice with the diplomatic rank of counselor. The candidates must pass the entry exam, and the program lasts for 4 months, and it is conducted every semester, twice a year. The participants of the course will be given the chance to gain information on the process of foreign policy making and analysis of domestic as well as regional and global issues, so that they will improve their capability in formulating foreign policy in the current global environment. Since 2007, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs has been conducting a program for senior diplomats, inviting foreign participants from ASEAN countries and its dialogue partners. However, it is also expanded to participants from other countries which express their willingness to participate in the course. As we enter the 21st century, we are carrying an all-Indonesian foreign policy direction with the slogan "A million friends and zero enemies." It is encouraging to know that according to our international participants from the Pacific, the slogan in their embrace is "Friends to all, enemy to none." Indonesia has now become a regional power, and with that comes global responsibility. So we must work actively to strengthen cooperation and partnerships with other countries and link its national interests with the shared interests of the global community. In the next 2 years, Indonesia has a busy agenda with the following priorities: to accelerate economic development, build a stable, resilient democracy, and strengthen the legal system to ensure justice for all. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very confident that this visit to provincial government of the Special Capital Region of Jakarta will be a mutually enriching experience for the international participants as well as my fellow Indonesian diplomats. Before closing, I would like to introduce Bapak Gubernur, the international participants of the Senior Diplomatic Training course, as well as my fellow Indonesian diplomats. Ms. Kim Sosowanari from Cambodia, Mr. Waksi from China, Mr. Sula Ranandi from Fiji, Mr. Bontong Chantapasut from Laos, Mr. Yumi Nindi from Papua New Guinea, Ms. Miriam Jane Lidimani from Solomon Islands, Mr. Stuart Maun from Vanuatu, and participants from the Secretariat of a Regional Cooperation Organization, the Melanesian Spearhead Group, Ms. Rose Waineweke. We also have HIPA 29 Indonesian diplomats. Could you please stand up and introduce yourself? Pak Otto, the chairman of the class.
Good morning, Mr. Vice Governor. My name is Otto. I'm multilateral section of the Institute of Media.
Next, Mr. Kama.
Good morning, Pak. My name is Kama, and I'm in charge of APEC.
Good morning, Pak. My name is Denny Afi. I'm in charge for economic development and financial cooperation.
Good morning, Pak. Reza Masud, I'm in charge of Secretariat.
Good morning, Bapak. I'm Tito Tahar. I'm assigned in the Policy Planning and Assessment Agency, Ministry of Finance.
I'm R.Rapat. I'm the Secretary of the Ministry.
Good morning, Pak. I'm Mr. Yatara, I'm calling the Regional Cooperation Executive.
Time limit is planned time only.
Bagus, fine. Malawan.
Thank you, Pak Director. Thank you, Pak Wagub.
Mr. Ahok ya.
Pak Jokowi and you, I think if I may, I would join other common Indonesian that both of you are an example of leaders in Indonesia that we need today. So Pak Jokowi has advanced his political agenda or his willingness to make Indonesia better in the national fora by becoming, I'm saying by joining to be a presidential candidate in the next election. What is my question is because I believe you have the same capability and opportunity as Mr. Jokowi, but so what is your next agenda? I think you should join the national political forum.
Next, Vito.
Thank you, Pak Director. Thank you very much, for your kind presentation. At this rare opportunity, allow me to also echo my colleague Novan or Ahok to congratulate you and Pak Jokowi. I think you are both the exemplary leadership that we are waiting to make our country better. And it's very fortunate that Pak Jokowi has to step on a more advanced political career. Actually, as a Jakarta, I wish that you could both finish your term in 5 years. Anyway, my question will be, what is maybe the vision of the strategy or program from the regional government of Jakarta to tackle the issue of slum and villages? As you could see, most Jakarta, since 60% of the area still consists of slums. And if we stay at the hotel or we look at from the window from the high tall building part, we can see that among of this tall building there's a lot of slums and shanty towns. And as a diplomat, sometimes several times I have to explain the situation to my counterpart from other country. So I think this is an issue I think that should be also taken to priority for your government. Thank you very much.
Next, Mr. Chairman, Autos.
Thank you.
He was in India. You were
Thank you, Director. Pak Ahok, I joined his comment from my colleague to congratulate you and Pak Jokowi for the achievement
that you've been made during 1.5 years in the job. And I just want to have a comment. That actually, I want to ask 2 questions. But since you already share with us the first question about the land use innovation by the property management, and I want to ask the second question. It is about transparent and accountable. These issues has been taken by maybe 3 or 4 governors before, but up to now still in the gray area. What have been taken and how far the impact still the common people of Jakarta do not achieve. And another question about how is the development of bahasa Pemilik. I do understand some companies like Indo, Software, complain too much about the strike of labor in Jakarta. Is the government of Jakarta in control? Thank you.
Oh, ditanya. Sebelah kanan bagus, kanan.
Thank you, Pak Direktur. Thank you very much, Pak Wakil, for the untold story. I want to make one comment and one question. The first comment is when you explain to us about the way you learn like Kung Fu before. You listen to some professional discussing. It's reminding me to Pak Arthur when first time in 1967, when she starting to make a program in economic, he just learning from the video disaster, Alibaba and everything. And after that, he become a good president and strong president. Maybe I'm a good guy now. Okay, and the second, I want to ask about, actually this is related with my job in Director for Cultural Affairs. Since the last 2 weeks, I have received some SMS that asking about, from some diplomatic staff, they are asking about the increasing of what they call tax PBB pajak bumi dan bangunan. They are asking about it because the result is the landlord will increase also the rent fee to these diplomatic staff, especially the premium area like Materi and Kunjungan and something like that. And they asked me to find the information. What is the policy? What is the background of this policy, and is there any what is this special treatment for the diplomatic corps? They asking about it because they found that starting for this 2014 this year, the landlord starting to increase the rent fee for the office, for the house, and they asked me about it. I have a good opportunity today to ask you directly. Thank you very much, Pak Wakil.
Thank you. Last, Dadang.
Materi, Wagub. I thank you for the opportunity, and I'm really encouraged to be here, to meet you directly here, sir. I'm also glad to see that so many breakthroughs that the government and the vice president have taken shortly after being in power. And my questions was driven by the fact in 2012, when I was bringing one business mission from Japan to Jakarta. On the holiday, I took one of my good friends from the journalist from the Yomiuri Shimbun at the time. I took him to get into the train. And when the train door is opening, everybody is getting into the train in rush. And I said, oh, how come? I said, people are not queuing here. Something. And secondly, when I also took him to on the pedestrian walk, and she was scared because motorcycles are everywhere, and just like running after us. It was something that he felt very different from the place he lived in Tokyo. So my question is, with regard to the ASEAN community that we will have in 2015, next year, and also we have here the ASEAN Secretariat, and I understand that we think that with the ASEAN Secretariat here, we need to reinforce, we need to make a transformation both in the hard infrastructure and perhaps the soft infrastructure, including people's attitude, behavior, and how to transform the culture. So in this regard, I would like to invite your view or your opinion on how, or whether you have a planning or you have a blueprint to make this kind of cultural transformations within the people of Jakarta on how to become more friendly to the friendly city or friendly to the foreigner or to the diplomatic community in order to create Jakarta as the diplomatic capital of ASEAN. Thank you.
Thank you. If you ask my next agenda, I think it's like you. All of you want to be a diplomat, you want to be an ambassador. It's what our Kemas told me. If you want to be a politician, you never have a dream to have an office in North Merdeka, but you're not a real politician. My dream is to be a president of Indonesia. That's what to, the people laugh at me. The same when I say I want to be a bupati, want to be a governor, because it's the minority. I talked to one of the congressmen in America in 2008. I said, you know what's the difference between your country and my country? The first is, if you people get $100 daily, they still lower class. But for my country, if our people get $100 monthly, not daily, we already credit the motorcycle, purchase the motorcycle. It's different. That's why if this country have a pension fund, only $15 a month, 5,000 rupiah daily, they have a pride to purchase a coffee, a cup of tea, they have a social life. That's different in Indonesia. And that's why you look at your eagle, I always make a joke to them. You know, you look at our Garuda Pancasila, your eagle is not enough gentleman, different with our eagle. Why? Because your pluribus unum, diversity in unity, we have Bhinneka Tunggal Ika, is Sanskrit, the Hindus from Sanskrit, Indian language. We hold it, use the like hand of the bird, but use you put in your pig, paru. So if your eagle want to eat, you have to release this. Apa pitanya? Release this. But us, very important. The young generation always like make a joke. I am confused. If you confuse, you hold it. But you could imagine if our Garuda Pancasila we taught this Bhinneka Tunggal Ika, pitanya, you know, this Garuda will be confused. That's why Bhinneka Tunggal Ika is very important for a founding father. Just he put as a foundation. Look at the foundation. Hold it. The American eagle used in his beak. You get the paru. It's different. That's why for us, Bhinneka Tunggal is very important. What I have done until today is to want to prove the revolution not yet complete. That's what Bukala said. I want to complete this. I talked with them. If Obama is a Muslim, the American fought for him? No. That's why I never teach us about democracy. You learn from my regency, 93% Muslim in Britain people. And from 1955, Masyumi always win. And when after Reformation, Crescent Star Party bulan bintang, Yusril Izzah is a reincarnation of the Masyumi, and he win the whole 55% fraction in the local parliament. Now they just left 7%. You could imagine in the place like that, Christianity is 0.7%. The Chinese descendant only not 6%. I could be a woman, and now my brother will be a woman. It could change, it could transform the people. The important is to track record. People love, people have a sincere heart. That's what my dream. I want justice for all, for this Indonesia. Meritocracy. You have to look at me because of my track record. Not look at my skin, not look at my eyes. And that's very important. That's what my dream. That's what my dream about Indonesia. And when my friend told me, we have dinner, I have many rich friends from another big group. They told me that, oh, please be calm. I am afraid somebody will kill you like this. You have a training like this. I told him, that's what I said, die is the game. You could not buy or pay for the way I die if somebody killed me about this struggle, about this nation. I'm proud of it. If my destiny is to die for this, I'm very proud. Because I'm dying not because I'm corrupt, not for the sickness, but I'm dying because somebody killed me. That's why I said, I told my wife, you put in my tongue, die is again. So everybody will know that. Even Bruce Lee, or John F. Kennedy, or Marilyn Monroe, you never know how his face or her face went on. Sometimes dying is a good game. You know me in a strong position. You know what? If God said your visa is finished today, or it's done, it's done. Even your friend, you're still gone. Your visa is expired. The diplomat know what visa is. Expired. It's gone. So why are you afraid about this? And that's very important. That's what my agenda. That's why I always talk to everybody. I want to be president one day. That's very important. To make us our eager, how to say it, overcome the American eagle. Because Obama is still not a Muslim, but here is different. And Gubernur told me, you could be a president one day. When he spot me. Let's look at this. That's what my dream. Sorry if you don't agree with this. So the strategy of Islam area, religious. There are many slum areas in Jakarta. Some of them, they occupy the government land. But this is not the green area. Some of them occupy the riverbank and Wagub, this is one household. Maybe his servant or his man, everything. They just spend 2 times go to the hypermarket or a supermarket. Now they couldn't complete. Traffic jam, too far. That's why our idea is, how to put people live up there, but the downside is a traditional market. It also is a health clinic. You know why? Many poor people, they have to go to the traditional market because they don't have a freezer. So every day have to go. Sometimes they have to wait until a little bit at noon because the price discount price for the vegetable or the fruit. They don't have a money transportation to go to clinic or puskesmas. We have a puskesmas. That's why our idea is to put the health clinic in this area, in the market. So when they are waiting for the cheapest or discount vegetable and fruit, they could check. We ask them to do a voluntary consultative testing like SIV, like cervix, like hepatitis. Now we get them free. You have to test. The important you have to know your status. Now we move here. We have another problem. There are still many wicked employees to sell the place, sell this. Now I'm still in the war with them to fight this low cost apartment. They sell it, they rent it, I don't care. We have to fight. We still fight up to fire them. So that's why I create 1,000 enemy a day. It's not good. It's not a good idea. But we have to. Another places like this, Tanah Tinggi. This is their own their land. They're on their land. They have a right. But because they are too poor, their children, grandchildren, they give them the land. So that's why the one kampung become too crowded. Like the Johor Bahru in this area, the Johor Bahru, 1 meter square occupied and inhabited is 17 people. You could imagine. That's why we call it LSSSS, Rumah sangat-sangat sederhana sampai susah senggama. I don't know how to translate this. This is very simple housing, too small, until you could not make love with your spouse. The whole family, 1 meter square, 70 meter. So they make a sieve. Make a sieve. You know why they have many fighting for the teenager fighting in this area? Because when their parents want to make love, they ask their kids, go out. Try to stay in this low-cost apartment, 45 million. That's the above here. They are 4,000 US dollars. So we asked him, how come you sell this? He said this, since when I was born until 67 years as a grandpa, I live in the river and no money. Now you give me a low-cost apartment and somebody want to pay the right to stay here, 5,000 US dollars. So why not I sell it to him? I put this as a capital back to the river bank. Using 1,000 US dollars, I could develop a housing and put electricity, government, central government is to give them electricity. And they could sell the house to another people, put an air condition, have a TV, pay TV network, Indo-Vision, cable TV. And I could sell, make a little, like trading purse and pursa and forger. So for what I stay in your low-cost apartment? It's very good. And what happened to our official? This make our official become jealous. So why we so stupid? Give to the poor people one low-cost apartment, and they will sell it. Why we not sell it now? That's what happened. You look at the housing department, most of them very rich. Most of them used as the private car is the Nissan Navara double cabin. That's a problem. One of them is Mercedes-Benz or what is it? Mercedes-Benz. I know. Where his children go, vacation, London, everywhere, we know, always know. That's the problem. That's why we are very strict on this. This is another weakness of our people. If we provide 36 meters square housing, 2-story, if you have 40 or 45 square meter, I provide you 36, but the new one, you have to let your land to be a road for the people to walk. You still agree, because this is an old one, it's coming in better environment, so I lose But the problem come up when Pak Heng house is only 25. He got also 36. I became jealous now. That's why I said, no, I don't want if I don't get 45. That's why we only get 26 area from alternate 100. It's talking about the attitude and jealousy. And we could not push them because the land is online. That's not another problem. But Jakarta, I think we should play like this. Sometimes by force, sometimes we have to persuade, talk. This is the art, the special art in Jakarta. And too many NGOs said against the human rights. Even our Indonesian Human Rights Commission is an official commission. Write a letter to the United Nations and send the woman come here. He said I against the human rights. I said I don't care about this people human rights. BPK, inspection, Badan Pemeriksaan Keuangan, finance, auditor, state auditor. They could every second monitor the real transaction. All this department in our bank. This online, real online. You could find out what the transaction, how many, like a bank, really like a bank. The real online. We also put an e-training, e-budgeting, so everybody could see, including my ceremony. I am here in 1 year. There are many ceremony, honor, everything. In 1 year, I got 1.8 billion here. Not bad here in Jakarta. Not bad. Yeah, not bad. But this year he's happy. But the worker association don't happy to me. I said I don't want to say how much the minimum. I just want to use the survey, the minimum need. If you said 2 million, that means your basic salary have to above 2 million. How about if my company could not provide? That means your company have to move out from Jakarta. It's too expensive place. Otherwise, most of your employee is not the Jakarta resident. Come from outside. When they came in as a visitor, fall in love, married, they need a house where they could get a cheap housing on the riverbank with the free water, free electricity. Only pay 200 or 300,000 rupiah. That you bring a social ethics to us. It's better you move. How about my business? You become rich because your factory we could change to be a commercial estate. And the price of your land automatically your asset become increased. You could sell it, you could move to another province with the cheapest minimum needs. You could run another. But we don't have an infrastructure, we don't have a double track. That's not my business. The tell president. But at the end of this year, we already will accomplish the double track from East Java to Jakarta. That's why you could put many business in the West Java and the Central Java. It's very good for us. So don't need to let them come into Jakarta again. And that's what the minimum salary. It's better ask them out from Jakarta. It's better. And how for the still in Jakarta, we provide them Kartu Jakarta Pintar. Kartu Jakarta Pintar is a smart card for Jakarta. This is a saving account from our bank. This is a saving account. The card is the automatic teller machine card. So we provide them for study. Many poor people could not go to the good quality school because they could not pay. And when the testing in the local school, in the government school, they lose. They use IQ test. You could imagine if the poor people, they don't have money to pay an extra course, they'll have a good calorie, good food. When they compete to the middle class, they lose. When they lose, they have to go to the very far from their home school. They don't have enough money for transportation. So we changed the law. Change the rule, not the law, the rule. We will give a quota, 45%. For our special school like Muhammad Musi Tamri, our special high school, boarding school, I asked the new chief of this department, I don't want you to test. If they're still not ideal, okay, you find out which student come from the slum area, only have a 1,300 watts electricity, give them the priority to study in the school. We pay. Maybe we want to develop another school outside of Jakarta, cheaper, the land. So this slum area, like I said, when the father mother want to make love, ask him out, they could stay in this boarding school, the high quality school. So we could improve for one generation. You know why very important in this? The next 10 years very important. Because in 2025, Indonesia will get a bonus demography. It's very important. If this bonus demography, we don't prepare the people from now in these 10 years. If we could prepare in these 10 years, we believe when the bonus demography comes, Indonesia will very easily become the top level country. We will be big in economy, 2035, 2040. But if we fail in these next 10 years, that's why the next president is very important to prepare this before we could get this bonus demography. That's what our idea about everything. Another one, how about the social security? We provide kesehatan nasional. So we provide for them. When you get sick, don't worry, you just go to the hospital free of charge. How to know you're free of charge? Very easy. You have to go to the sub-class room. Because sub-class room has 8 until 10 bed and 1 bathroom. Nobody wants to stay in a 10-bed room with 1 bathroom. But if you're poor, you will go to this room. If you're rich, you just pay. First class, VIP, that's up to you. You want to sell your house, that's your decision. But we don't want to think you are rich, so we don't give you a card. We don't want to do this. It's like the same when I was a Regent Bupati in Belitung. The National Statistic Bureau make a survey, ask my people like this, do you have friends? My grandmother is still alive. Until 9 years. They say like this. You know why we pay the tax very expensive now? Because Ahok. And so my mom asked her mom's friend, where do you live? I live in BSD Serpong. Serpong is not Jakarta now, still accuse me. Serpong increased the tax, land tax, they accuse me too. Just this morning from the Menteng. He's a rich person. He gave a BBM to me. How? Now, 3 times expensive than before. Why you do it? I just answered her very easy. Your land already increased 5 times. That means if you could not live in that, then you have to sell it. You find out the cheapest one. The whole country is like this. That's why they live in the apartment. But for the former government official, the former hero of Indonesia, we give them discount 75%. You just write a letter to us. Now, why we want to increase this tax? Because the tax since 2010 never increased. And the last 3 years, the land increased until 5 times in the country. So we have to adjust. If we don't adjust this, and the inspection finance body will accuse us corruption. According to the law, they have how to say it? The tax potential. If you have tax potential, you make it loss, that's when you corrupt. So it's one we have to choose. So we don't want to make this to the real price. We just 2 times. Some maximum 3 times. But they still could write the letter if they are a retired person, old person. We understand. If you stay in a big house, you're odd one. You don't want to move because many things, your memory, your many things in this house, and your income still the same. But the tax increase. How to do this? You could write a letter to us. We give you a discount. Which is proving you are a retired person, we give you a discount. You know why? Most of them also sell it to the rich person. And the rich person still use this. If we couldn't control, our system is not good enough. Well, I give you discount 75%. Many our heroes descendants sell to the businessman. I told the Gubernur, he purchased 2 houses from Basuki. So in Menteng, the land is 6,000 meters square. And we from a house 2-story, 7,000. So if you use all the heroes' house, have a discount, that means we have all got the discount. We said no. If you want a discount, just write a letter to us, we give it to you. But each year, because we don't know when you sell it, I told them, oh, you have to pay the tax. He says, you have to pay the tax. For us, it's how to distribute an administrative justice. We know this is, because this is the first year we handle this land tax. This is our first year. We realize many problems, but people, if you write a letter, we will give them a discount. That's what our idea about this tax. How about the diplomacy? I think we never asked a discount for our embassy in Tokyo, United States or London. That's why sometimes we make a joke. Indonesia people is too, not rich, but the office is too big. Look at the Japanese foreign minister or go to the London office. Very small. But our office is our minister, some of them 1 floor office. His room. You look at my room is half of his floor. And 1 floor is my office, 450 meters square.
Yes. Wakil Tom.
They are bargaining with the community living there to buy the land there. And until this moment, they haven't agreed with the price of the land because they have their own price. So in this case, if you talk about the development of infrastructure, it's going to be difficult if you cannot standardize the price. How do you overcome this problem? Thank you.
Purnama.
Good to see you, Pak Ahok. I'm very impressed with your style of leadership and management. I think Jakarta needs a kind of person who has a strong leadership. My question is, if, for example, Jokowi is elected as the president and you will become the governor, what characteristic of your vice governor would be like? Because I see you and Jokowi is like husband and wife.
Sometimes husband.
Most Javatas are very first and humble for.
You live in Kelapagani, right?
Still flat.
Yes, but I'm not here to complain about the job. I have a different question. As a citizen of Jakarta, I think most Jakartans are very thirsty and hungry of entertainment, especially a family man like me.
Really? Sometimes promotion is okay.
So if my children want to ask Daddy wanted to go to Singapore to Universal Studio. Daddy wanted to go to Johor Bahru, Kuala Lumpur, visit Hello Kitty Land. So my question is, because Jakarta is getting more and more stressful, and many people want entertainment to balance their life, do you have any plan to establish or to invite investment to create a theme park in Jakarta, which has international standard? Because Singapore now is known to have Universal Studio. We also have Legoland, and Malaysia we have Hello Kitty Land, and many international or regional families travel to Singapore, travel to Johor Bahru to spend their money, to bring their kids and family. And in the end, this is a revenue for Singapore. In the end, this is a revenue for Malaysia. Now, do you have plans perhaps in the future to build a similar theme park? In the end, it will be a good entertainment for Jakarta citizens like me. Thank you.
That's why to overcome this problem, be a president. Because the tax, the land reform, everything is under authorized president. The body of the land, Badan Nasional, not under us. There's another problem in Indonesia. When I was a regent, we visited China. This is like how to roadshow to ask the investigation to Jakarta, to Indonesia. Many regents come. The same question from the investor. How much the land is if you want to get the land cost? There are several bupati, mayor, we just look each other. We could not. You know why? Because the authority to give a certificate is under this body, land body. Appointed, achieved by the president. That's another problem. Yeah. I know this is not easy, but the price. And talking about like an apartment, Kalibata, you know what happened to parking? Kalibata apartment is developed subsidy. The subsidy is the land price. That's why I told the central government, you could not subsidy a low-cost apartment if you sell it. You just could rent, not sell. If you sell it, I know that one of my friends told me, one businessman purchased 100 units in Kalimantan. For the morning. Used many men. When delivery time, he got gain. Because the subsidy system are land price, not the building. That's what happened in Kalimantan. The price is designed not for the parking lot, for the car. Designed near the tram. But now who own the apartment? The middle class. Now the price is more than 400 million. That's not a problem. Then this is central government policy. The time. Nana, my vice governor character. For me, important is not accept bribe. That's very important for me. Is not accept bribe, and he want to administrative justice. For me, that's very important. And we ask the cert. If we have a cert one, I said he not. That's very important because we always create an enemy that afraid to die. Yeah, if you don't accept the right, then afraid to die is easy. Then nothing. We could work together. If you ask me who's in my mind candidate, I prefer a former mayor, a former regent. It's like the Abraham Lincoln theory. He already proved the character when he was the mayor or the regent. I have a close friend, mayor of Blitar, Jarot. 10 years in Blitar. Also get a name in Tempo magazine. I got the nomination, he also get. I know him, he came from a PDP. But the problem is Gerindra also want to propose one candidate. I don't know what happened, this is politics. Sometimes I pray maybe Pak Jokowi, if he could not be a president, it's good too, become governor again. I just be a vice. Be a vice is better than be a first. Yeah. I think Ibu Risma, I think we will not, will good cooperation with a style like her, like that. Yeah. Yeah, we need to talk. We say like a husband and wife. Do you think I never have a different agreement? Agree with Pak Jokowi? Strong. We could be bad each other, but two of us never tell the world, never tell the media. We solve our problem, including want to nominate some staff to be a chief of what? We make argument. We say, I want to Tuti be one of the chief. But we said, I think it's better. I make an argument with you. But after we finish, it's okay. I follow. But sometimes there are many things. It's not like an exact, like a math, you know. We cannot say this one is right or wrong. But when it's come, I have to follow my governor because he's my boss. Boss always right. Is boss wrong? Go back to the first law. Boss always right. That's very important. So you will become a how to image, check image. What we want is this become we want to well-manage and modernize city and human place. It's very important. For us, the very important is a human. So how to implement one word, three words, bikin penuh otak, perut, dompet. How to fulfill the brain, the head of the people, the stomachs, and the wallet. That's our duty. In the human, how to say, humanity, manusiawi gitu ya. That's what our dream about Jakarta. Jakarta become a modernized capital city, but human. That's why we don't want like the Kuala Lumpur or Singapore. Too many high-rise buildings. We want to still keep this kampung there, two-story kampung house. But it's healthy and human. That's what our dream. So Jakarta still have a big kampung. But we also have a problem about the sewage, wastewater. Sewage. Now tulis that. We just cover 3% wastewater management. That's another problem. And no ducting. You could see many cable, electricity cable, telecommunication cable, a fiber optic. They just use all, apa tuh, buat itu. Kanal itu. Buat kanal, buat kecil, kanal besar. Ya this ya. Kayak selokan lah, this gitu. Udah selokan this begitu kecil, taruhin kabel. We don't have a ducting system. Jakarta different than the modern country. The modern country develop infrastructure first and put the building. Here, building first and infrastructure first. We could imagine in Jakarta. But we're happy. If you could solve Jakarta problem, then mean you could be a mayor in another city. Many things. Nama tadi entertainment, that's right. We have many things like the ice, the hotel ice. We ask them to invest, like a Universal Studio. The company is more. We already have, like apa lagi? Lego House, Legoland. Nah itu kita udah undang mereka. There are many part of this. I don't know, many bureaucracy make people don't like it. That's why we want to solve this problem. How to solve this? How to change this stuff? We call this a one-stop service. Now all our this sub-district office, Kantor Kelurahan, is look like a bank. normal care. It's like a bank. Really like a bank. But the service is not like a bank. That's why this month I want to test the whole bureaucrat, start from 3A, golongan here. Test, we want to know how much money you expect to take home pay. So we want to put be a gap in a one-stop service in all our sub-district office. We have 267 sub-district office and 44 district office to be on first. So you want to ask everything. Want to asking the surat izin, license, everything. You just talk to them, and they will be your broker to do to the other department. If they don't to answer, that's the responsibility. They will give them the money according to the job they have done. We believe many bureaucrats will move to near their house, maybe near their father-in-law house or their kids' school to work there. And they will take home pay more than enough. No structure. And it's very easy. If we could do this, we believe many investment will come. Jakarta, you know what happened to the property company? They prefer to sell apartment than to keep one in the tenant place because it's not take money fast. That's a very long period return. Like a water bomb in Bali and Dapo. They want to turn to the apartment or house again. Yeah, because they have to, this is just like to attract people to buy their house. But that's all, they don't want it again. Our law never pushed them to do this. That's why I asked our enterprise, Pembangunan Jaya Ancol, to do this. In Ragunan, now is in their design. Also the park in Rio, we asked our BUMD, local enterprise, to do this. Because not many people want to do this. And we also work together with a core company. It's not like a universal studio, it's different. We first think about how to make a sport park, active park, to make the lowest people. Because most of us maybe could go to Singapore. But the problem is for the low income. More than 60% citizens in Jakarta is under their lower needs $200. Jakarta is a little bit attractive. From the poorest to the richest, from the weakest and the strongest stay here. The president stay here. We're the weakest. That's why we have to make a priority which one. But we never reject like the Universal Studio. Have see what they're planning and decide in Taman Mini. But the problem have the Taman Mini. You know what the problem? Their land is occupied by the illegal housing. And when they ask them to pay kerohiman 3 juta. Who want to get in to do this business? They ask Taman Mini to clean. They're cleaning first, they will get in. They have made a deal. I will support all of you to make a Universal Studio again. But the problem is that Taman Mini has a problem with the land. Occupied by the inhabitant. And most of them is a luxury house. They sell it. And we have like a one kampung. If you look at Cempaka Putih, it's like kampung. And Johan Baru, the fact is, the certificate is owned by the private. But they already occupy this area more than 40 years. They sell it. Have electricity, have the phone. They pay the tax. Now they look like they own, but they never get the certificate. And that's not the problem in Jakarta. That's why I think here we have a good president want to know what the situation is more easy for us to solve many problems. And like a staff is like that. We have to make a test. We want to move across the department, maybe more than 90% employee. We want to change. Like a teacher, I give the teacher the opportunity to move to another department. Because most of our teachers, we have an asking to our teacher from the central government. How many? 2% of them not past 0.50. crazy. They pass 60. Only 1/3 pass 60. We have 30,000 teachers. 22,000 not pass 50 is crazy. It's not a real goal, but